Chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại với series Game L.A Noire được phát trên kênh Người Chơi Game. Thì để xem này chưa gì là có một thanh niên dùng điện xong bạn ấy đi say mà lại đứng ở chỗ đường sắt này nhỉ?
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year.
Năm bầu
Keep a
cử.
hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose
Năm
your
nay cũng là
nerve.
năm bầu cử này. Chúng ta vừa kết thúc bầu cử ở giống Mỹ xong.
It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Lại có một vụ án là sát hại nữ nhân. Đó là cái vụ Redler bà Muller trước vẫn còn nghi vấn.
Body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that
Chào
book
em.
of riddles shoved up
Trông
your
được
ass,
phết nhỉ?
Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
He's the cop who arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail. They think they're untouchable.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. That's an awesome one.
Đến tiệm cầm đồ trước.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Hôm nay có năm bầu cử tổng thống này. Đợt vừa mới kết thúc bầu cử này đây. Tổng thống thường an ninh nó sẽ vậy là không muốn xảy ra một cái vụ án gì nó đặc biệt lớn. Đến trường loan quay với tiền. Ok, để xem có vụ gì nào.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Cái này là tăng vật trong vụ án bà Muller.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Mấy con quen nhỉ?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner. I'm at a loss.
All right, We're rolling. Out to the rail depot.
Không múa gì đâu. Hết rồi. Biết vậy thôi. Ok, đi đến sân ga. Cái đây.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine, but the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Là vụ Ridley Muller chưa xử và hung thủ thì chưa chắc chắn lắm.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Ôi dồi ôi. Đợt này lại không bị
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
thi thể lại không trần
The
truồng
Negro,
nữa.
Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson
Hung thủ
found
có
the
thay
body.
đổi phương thức gây án.
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell
Say
of
rượu,
alcohol.
sống vô giặc.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Sống buông thả. Tay này. Trang sức gì không? Lại nhấn tiếp.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Người không có gì để khám xét à?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Siết cổ.
Any idea of the time of death?
Đoạn đấy thì
From her
là chân nó đánh
temperature,
à?
after
Cầm cái
midnight
ống
would
sắt
be
mà
my
đúng không?
guess.
Xong nửa đêm.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Đồ đạc cá nhân của Evelyn Summer. Cho là tên phần 3.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mrs. Connor and Bench. Sách này. Thư. Đây. Số 200, số 2122, đường David. Số 11, Bridport là cảng. Bridge là cầu cảng. Connecticut.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Tôi mong rằng lá thư này mình sẽ đến tay bạn cách tốt hơn. Cho một thư. Xem vé gì. Thẻ.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
Thẻ làm việc ở phim
That's
trường.
going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Để làm việc ở một cái phim trường đóng cửa cách đây năm 41 rồi. Mà là năm 46 47.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Hết máu.
Blood splatter on the carriage.
Bắn lên cả
She must have been struck while standing up.
Đang đứng.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Từ khi ạ. Cái gì đấy? Ông lấy son xong ông hôn hả?
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Phải cả trượt.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Mẹ em nhìn. Mặt này đấm ấy nhở?
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Rồi, khác lúc nãy rồi.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Này thì vài người bạn này.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Thì cũng đúng là thanh niên này không phạm luật, nhưng mà em cứ gây biến thái và hôn tử thi.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Cái này có cái gì? Gọi điện thoại. Có gì mà chẳng phải tra cái chỉ quán bar đúng không? Galloway. Tôi ghét cái đoạn này.
Phelps, badge
Không cho
1247.
tour là đấy nhỉ.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Cái rượu. Bằng chứng luôn nhỉ. Hết rồi rồi.
If you want a full report, you have to let me work.
Oops, sorry. Yeah. Đi rồi.
You can drive.
Okay.
And where exactly are we going?
Đến chỗ này đi. Xe này đúng rồi.
You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Vãi cả thiếu chục.
Yeah, I read
À,
about that.
thời này thời năm 47.
People are starving. They can't do that.
Năm 47 đang đại
Want to
chiến.
sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Nhưng mà đang nội chiến quốc cộng.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Thế nên này đúng kiểu làm game dự đoán. Nói đúng rồi, đúng là Hồng quân Trung Quốc đánh thắng thật. Hồng quân Cộng sản thắng, phe Cộng sản thắng mà. Mỹ có lợi xong chiến thứ hai đấy.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Còn giữ đồ của bà này đây. Xem anh đừng có đột nhiên chạy nhanh nhá.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Bà này ngủ ở đây hả? Vãi. Ai đây? Nạn nhân này.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Nghiện rượu.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Caffrey.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Bốn người chụp hình. Đây là một cặp vợ chồng. Bowling.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Bật quyền âm nhạc. Thấy chưa?
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy.
Quà cho một cậu bạn.
She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
A boy? Cậu bạn.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Mặt hơi biệt sắc kìa.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
Hại thật vậy anh
She
ơi.
idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual.
Đang
He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of
chữa trị
society.
căn bệnh xã hội.
You could see how it would appeal to down and outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
That's lunch. I see you after lunch here. Hey, wait a minute. What's the idea? Charlie, the folks here today were very nice to us, weren't they? Yeah, they were really super.
Theo ban đầu thì có vẻ khá là tốt, nhưng mà tôi không biết được đâu có tình tiết mới.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Còn ba để xem chưa có tình tiết gì mới.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Có ai khác ngoài thằng này đâu.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Thật.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes,
Đình công,
workers'
quyền cá nhân.
rights, that kind of thing.
Phải
A
đấu tranh.
regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Kiểu nhà cách mạng đấu tranh xã hội gì nữa.
Yes, that is correct.
Cái này là này chỉ có cuốn sách thôi đúng không? Người quen chắc chắn là nói dối rồi.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
giác quá. Máu rồi, mẹ bận rồi. Ái chà, xe này cũng ngon đó nhỉ. Không, có được điểm không? Lấy sang V8 sedan. Chạy xe ngoan phúc. Đây nhà vệ sinh à? Gọi điện. Okay, đây gọi điện.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to.
Thanks.
Về đồn trung tâm.
You're behind the wheel.
Ok, có nhiệm vụ về chắc là liên quan đến vụ Thược Dược Đen.
Guy gave his wife a tap.
The captain is downstairs
They
with
all
Ray
fair and
Pinker
love and war.
and Carruthers.
You need to sign some papers or something? Do you think this looks just too light for your complexion?
He ran the light on Olympic and finally collared him in the temper.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all fair and love and war.
What's this about, Captain?
Gray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Nhiều bằng chứng là hướng về là đây là một vụ serial killer sát nhân hàng loạt.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail. I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Do you think the Vice boys get any on his side?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
gọi tìm,
How could I help,
tìm căn hộ
Detective?
hả?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
Ok, chẳng lẽ thường này đã có thông tin thu thập các kiểu đầy đủ nhỉ?
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Son, you're a couple of shingles short of a full roof.
Hey, I gave his wife a tax.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Em sân bowling đi. Thì nó vẫn sẽ phải quay lại đồ tân.
Let me pose a question. Depends. What's it got to do with it? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Lão này cũng đạo đức cho khó lắm. Chỉ cần không bị phát hiện ra thôi. Gặp Tiên An gì ở đây nên hay lắm. Tôi đoán là khả năng cao là có khi sẽ gặp thanh niên Tiên An. Tiền áo xanh xanh này đúng không?
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan.
Đấy.
He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Kia kìa.
What's the special over there?
Mấy thằng nào chạy kìa.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Cái gì mà nó chạy là đã có mùi rồi.
There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Chạy nhanh phết rồi.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. Oh my God, this kid's crazy. He's gonna kill us.
Give it up, LAPD!
Chạy ghê vãi. Không có xe mà chạy ngon phết. Xe này chạy ngon hơn con xe cảnh sát nhiều. Cũng là xe sang. Ôi, chôm được không?
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Tôi xin luôn con xe xịn này. Ôi dồi, xe thì sang vãi. Cầm thấp nhưng mà là cái chạy nhanh. Đi sedan cũng hay. Sao căn hộ số 6 đúng không ta? Nếu tôi nhớ không nhầm. 4 tầng. Tôi nhớ căn hộ số 6. 6 bên này.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Thì vào luôn. Cảnh sát thời này lộc quyền này. Vào đấm luôn rồi, nó cần phải suy nghĩ gì.
Nope.
Cái gì đấy? Anatomy of power. Anatomy.
Not sure this means much.
Anatomy of power. Cái đấy, thư nửa bức thư còn lại này.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Trời ơi, này thì anh chối thì đéo nào được. Ôi giời ơi. Lộ thế nhỉ?
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Pauline nhỉ?
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
Lên nữa. Xe mới. Chúng phóng hết một lượt đi.
Seems irrelevant. Optimistic, Cole.
Con trên mãi nè.
The cop from the newspaper. Never get into fights with ugly people. They have nothing to lose.
Good job, man. Good job, man. Tôi thấy nên làm cách mạng nhỉ.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Đấy.
Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Chạy đi đâu?
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Súng đâu?
There he is, officer.
Lấy súng ra. Để nó chạy.
Be careful, he looks dangerous.
Give it up, LAPD.
Lấy súng ra.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's gotta be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. What's that Dahlia from?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellows.
One little twist. She was 13 if she was a day.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fire my gun.
Tiernan.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Tiernan.
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Có cái con què.
Hey, you guys need to stick around much longer? That's right. You gonna cover or something?
Cái nào nhỉ? Cái này đúng không?
You should get me covered.
Nói dối được không? Cái gì thế?
Well, are there any leads? Now you
nói dối.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
How long is this gonna take?
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this?
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Tí đéo làm được.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
I don't matter. We're not building in this city anymore. You see my mother?
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Nói dối lộ lên. Có cái gì không? Sắt dính máu chắc là không phải. Này tìm cái trong nhà thằng kia mà sao mà phải được. Này dùng rồi nhá, cuốn sách. Xong rồi.
You should let me go now. I've done nothing wrong.
Chắc là cái này.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left, that was it!
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Dối. Đảo liên tục. Đảo như răng lạc.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
Hey.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Don't stalk around. Were you there?
Rồi, còn thêm thằng kia nữa.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Thằng này nói cũng phải xuôi xuôi đấy. Nó tống bà kia ra. Nó tống bà kia ra ngoài đường. Chưa chắc đã là phải giết người. Không có vấn số 2 đâu này. Ở đây.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Chàng tự tin phết nhỉ.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you? I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
À đúng rồi, một bức thư bị xé đúng không? Một nửa đúng rồi. Nó sẽ có một nửa bức thư trong nhà của thằng kia. Đấy, mày xạo với tao.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Sao bọn này lại hơi ấy à? Kiểu nó dễ nhưng giữ mấy cái bằng chứng làm gì?
How about
Tiêu hủy
half
mẹ đi.
Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Mày tự tin phết. Sao có thể nó có thể tự tin được như thế này nhỉ? Kiểu đây không phải là đây nó thể là bằng chứng trực tiếp được mà nó cũng có thể. Đợt trước là bà kia đã vào căn hộ của nó để trộm phần sách rồi đúng không?
Haven't you got parking tickets to hand out?
Chắn là nó nói dối rồi.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
À, tôi có ý định giết à? Định giết. Chắc là cái này.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Nhà. Có một cái bằng chứng trực tiếp ạ, kiểu bằng chứng là gọi là trực tiếp chỉ ra cái hung thủ thực sự. Mình có thể nghi ngờ với lời khai của thằng nào nó cũng hợp lý mà. Lời khai thằng nào cũng hợp lý vãi ngồi nhá. Điện thoại đây.
The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Đánh người phụ nữ đó gần chết. Vân vân thế nhỉ? Anh 45 tuổi. Này 24, gấp đôi tuổi rồi, gấp đôi tuổi. 38. Vâng nhỉ. Cũng hợp lý nhỉ. Không biết là bằng chứng nếu là cũng hợp lý.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Xem.
Put the heat to one of them, Phelps. Your choice.
Ông kia nó cũng hợp lý.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out.
You spoken to McCaffrey?
Oh,
I can go. It's all been cleared up.
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
That's correct. You see my mother?
Chắc thằng này vẫn chưa khai hết.
Do you really think I'm gonna squeal?
Khi thằng này nó thật, có khi thằng này là hung thủ thật thôi.
Did you get me typing?
Is standing around saying nothing, is this some kind of mental torture?
Tĩnh. Xác nhận đang 6 tuổi và về tiêu hủy bằng chứng giúp đỡ.
Can you identify the man in this picture? Hey, Ron. Does this mean I lose my life?
Khó nhờ.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Đấy, tao dùng lời khai của mày để bộc lộ thằng kia. Từng tuổi luôn ăn cắp vặt thành chỉ bây giờ tao dùng lời khai của thằng này.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it.
Đường binh của cả người.
Was it me?
Có phết. Từ từ, không thể vội vàng như thế được.
Wait here.
Phải có. Tôi vẫn đéo thể đưa ra thêm.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
I say we busted
Quay lại
in.
hỏi thử hỏi lại, quay lại hỏi thằng kia thêm. Không thể nào buộc tội nhanh như thế được.
The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Hồ sơ của cảnh sát làm sao mà cãi được.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
One little twist. She was 13 if she was a day.
Mình vẫn ghi cái thằng này hơn. Con trai mặt dày cũng học bố lắm. Chỉ việc ăn cắp tiền từ ví mà nó đánh gần chết. Vì việc mà giết người thì cũng bình thường.
This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
Ý thế nhỉ, còn bằng chứng thì được dùng được đâu. Có điện thoại đâu. Quay lại rồi.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down in one round.
Chắc là giờ chỉ có thể khó nhờ. Tôi nghĩ là tôi sẽ bị tội thằng số 2 nữa.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Chuyện thằng này giúp thì cũng lời khai của nó thì cái bất tỉnh mà say biết nhớ gì đâu. Thằng này là thằng lợi dụng cái say để giết người. Đoán của tôi thế, biết bao nhiêu sao, làm sao? Sao chắc là mình chọn đúng theo thực thế thì không biết.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Namboots.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Namboots and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Để xây dựng một kiểu một quan hệ với những thằng này. Quarter Moon hả? 1/4 ánh trăng hả? Half Moon là trung thu này, Quarter Moon là ngày gì?
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Vậy khí ga. The Poetic Watch. The Sea Position.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night. Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
Chả hiểu mẹ gì thơ. Could be the...
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
Forget what it's supposed to. What does he want it
Where
to
are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Hey, don't mind me.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
I need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Xe xịn kia đâu rồi?
Parker.
Can you drive to this one?
Giết hơi nhiều thêm.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
Càng đi. Các bạn này, nó một bài thơ. Kiểu dịch tiếng Việt thì dễ hiểu, cái này mà chơi tiếng Anh chắc là không hiểu gì luôn. Vì mình phải quen thuộc với văn hóa của phương Tây, của nào cũng nghĩ về cái việc hiểu văn hóa của bên đấy mới dễ hiểu. Người chúng ta tập quen thuộc văn hóa Á Đông khó hiểu.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
Tên vụ án này. coi. Tự
You know, the local hobos use that as a latrine.
Anh chà.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
Kỳ hoa dị thảo.
Elizabeth Short, Betty Short, Black Dahlia.
Đây, thì cái shot này. Cái shot là nạn nhân trong có thật trong quán thược dược đen này.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
Bản đồ à? Bản đồ ở đâu?
Oh, sister, I was so tight I couldn't walk.
Running.
Bản đồ này à? Chiếc hang bí mật nơi kỳ hoa dị thảo ngập tràn che mờ ánh sáng ban ngày bằng lá và hoa. Đô cô thích của nhà tượng trưng sân hội ở trên cao là mái vòm bằng kính rộng. Đây nè, họa trên mái vòm thể hiện một cái hang trên núi mọc đầy kỳ hoa dị thảo. Đây à? Có tiếng máy mà có Việt hóa chứ. Không Việt hóa thì phải chơi đến mùa quýt mới xong mà.
Did you read about the Trostad case in the paper? That's the detective who solved it.
You know the way. You can drive.
Losing everything like that.
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. What a day to be a cop. That pencil-pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Được lưu trữ chưa chắc. Tòa nhà to thế, sẽ tìm đến bao giờ mới xong. Đây đúng rồi, cái hang mà cái kỳ hoa dị thảo. Đây đúng rồi, bức tranh.
Can I help you, sir?
Trèo lên cây đèn trùng.
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Đọc kỹ. Lên tầng trên cùng có một cái cửa sập và một cái thang ở phòng bảo trì. Ok. Tiện nè, tiện để thích này, cái này. Cái này xem lại được cái lời thoại đôi khi có nhiều game mình tương mới đọc không kỹ, không xem lại được cái nhật ký này, đi theo hôm này rồi đạo này chắc biết này. Cửa sập. Đây. What? À đây.
Let's go.
Hết rồi. Anh mối ở đây. Đây. Kìa thấy có
Going out there, Rusty.
Thấy có bức thư bên kia.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
Mình ghê vậy. Ôi dồi ôi. Ghê vãi. Ôi đồng hồ này.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Chứ chắc là thằng sát nhân có thể nó sẽ là người kiểu xúi dục chẳng hạn, hoặc là như thế nào đấy. Đấy này, sát nhân này là tất cả những khác thờ tiếp.
The temple's high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and posy. Where have I seen that?
Đền. Ui dồi ôi.
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it. Wait. Come on. It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Nhảy đâu? Kìa.
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Có ra này gần.
Wait. Come on. go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
Yeah, khó vậy đó. Rơi hết là chết rồi. Giờ này sao khó nhỉ? Ý tôi quên mẹ ấn nút gì để nhảy rồi. Sao không nhảy được nhỉ? Nhảy là nút gì? Chạy là ship. Nhảy đâu? Tiến chấm bật tắt chạy gọi công sự. Tránh. Nhảy ở đâu ta? Đấy. Xoay cho nó đến mức tự nhảy. Chắc là không có mức nhảy đâu. Phải xoay đến gần nó sẽ nhảy. Rồi, đúng rồi. Dễ thế làm tôi hơi gà. Nên thông cảm. Tôi chơi hơi gà tí.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Molder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Ôi, xem. Để tìm cái nhật ký đó. Từng ngôi đền cao đón ánh ban mai của loài người với mất tai, điêu khắc và thi ca bao trùm cả hai. Hiểu đi cơ chế độc của game. Kiểu mấy cái địa điểm không phải trước cái dậy vẫn phải kiểm tra khắp chân đây là gì kim trường lít nguồn phải là cái vụ kia. Trong thân đền thờ tạo ra thư viện trung tâm giống như một đền thờ. Tòa nhà có mái là một kim tự tháp được khảm đá màu và khắc một bàn tay cầm đuốc ở trên đỉnh đại diện cho ý niệm khoa học, ánh sáng, học thức. Là cái này xem lại từ ngôi đền này điện thờ, đền cao đó đón ánh ban mai của loài người vừa mất và tại điêu khắc và thi ca bao trùm. Điêu khắc và thi ca bao trùm. Yeah. Nó chính là nó gì nữa đâu nhỉ? Phải cái thư viện đâu rồi? Đây. Ai cập cổ đại nên giống một điện thờ kim tự tháp. Wow. Này đấy. Đây nó đấy. Cái xe này bạn ơi.
Can you drive to this one?
Đi xe sang lên.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius. We're coming for you.
You're using the same toothpaste you used 2 years ago.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole.
Đây đúng rồi.
I'm not hauling myself up there.
Trèo lên
Go
ngọn
get him,
tháp.
Tiger.
Đây.
You'd slow me down anyway, old timer.
Hay phết. Đâu nhỉ? Đây à? Đây. Phải leo lên đến đỉnh rồi. Rồi.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Đây. Mặt léo thế. Rồi lên đỉnh rồi.
ground which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
Bóng.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Tồn nơi thần chết mỉm cười, những biểu tượng chôn cất của xác chết bị phá hủy, tàn tích trong tàn tích. Giống thế. Chết cười. Cái này ngủ sâu sâu. Em không nghĩ là cái này nó bỏ thật đấy. Cái này quá. Nhật hơn. Dầu sắp chết rồi. Nhân án mạng đầu tiên trong lịch sử. Đây đúng rồi. Rất cao. Đấy đúng rồi. Bỗng một phát nó nhận lên kìa.
You're behind the wheel.
Biết mà.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
There's a cool breeze in a bottle.
dầu Wesley. Nước hay là dầu ấy? Giữa đảo. Đảo kia.
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Trời ơi, mặc cái bộ này vào.
Very funny.
Vẫn đội mũ cho bằng được. Đam mê vãi.
Whoa! Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking.
Đéo gì đấy.
Easy.
Đi luôn.
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Steady.
Để lâu là nó chìm nữa. Đi luôn.
How you doing out there?
Okay, sao?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing. Whoa!
Easy.
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking.
Tức đi dưới. Đôi giày này, giày bị mất. Chiếc giày bị mất.
One of Teresa Terrelson's shoes. A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
From the opening of the house a sphere with many thousand spheres. Cái giống cái biểu mô tả của cái đài thiên văn gì đúng không ta?
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
Chèo thuyền thơ mộng quá. Có bằng chứng nữa. Đây nhạc nổi lên nhé. Lại nhật ký. Một quả cầu cũng giống như hàng ngàn quả cầu. Tôi sẽ mất cái đài thiên văn mãi. Nãy mình có xem qua rồi. sao thế? Cầu chỉ còn mỗi cái này. Thử xem. Này tôi không hiểu lắm một quả cầu này có nghĩa là gì. Nhiệm vụ không nhảy à? Đấy, không đúng rồi. Nhiệm vụ không nhảy là sai rồi. À đây 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 đây. Đây 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 đây. Đây, mẫu vũ trụ quả cầu đây đúng không? Trong quả cầu hay hỗn thiên nghi này. Ê, đúng không? Tôi bảo sao sai. Đấy, đúng chuẩn luôn.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in the bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
Làm kỹ thuật.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
Tới trung tâm mê cung này. Nó game này game phá án là chẳng.
I think his name's Phelps. I read
Từ
about
game
him.
phá án này thành về game giải đố à?
This guy's got a screw loose.
Anh kia dẫn đường thôi. Sao ở đây?
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I'm gonna wait here and have a quiet
Mẹ,
smoke.
mẹ việc gì khó mẹ toàn bắt mẹ câu pheo làm. Việc dễ thì anh làm hết ạ. Việc dễ thì anh ấy nhận. Gì đây rồi bạn? Quay một hồi ra nhìn phố thế này. Ôi, cần chỉ đường giúp em à. Bản đồ vậy. Tăng người ta. cái mất này. Giờ game tìm đường à. Làm phân đoạn này chơi khó nhau thế.
Advice?
The only place to hide something in a maze is in the center.
Này đúng không? Ồ, ở đây rồi. Ôi dồi ôi, hạnh phúc quá. Phải nhấn ạ.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
Biết chưa?
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and
Ngôi
prisons.
báu tế đàn hành
No,
pháp và
it
tù.
couldn't be.
Ngôi báu tế đàn hành pháp và tù ngục.
See?
Sao bị sát à?
That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
Ngôi báu tế đàn hành pháp.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
Ngôi báu tế đàn hành pháp và tù ngục. Ngôi báu tế đàn pháp và tù. Đây à? Đấy, có ngôi báu và tế đàn này. Đấy, đúng luôn.
You can drive.
Này lòng hoàng thế nhỉ?
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide. You sleep better at night.
Ủa, lòng ngoằng. Có đời giống cảnh sát điều tra đấy, cái vụ kia dễ quá. Toàn hỏi với lại đấy. Cái trường này là chỗ bắt cái thằng trong vụ giao thông này đúng không?
There's the throne up there. Now it's just a matter of getting
Ngai vàng. Cái đường. Đây là phố của lòng ngoằng. Đây. Chính là nó. Sao làm được cái này cũng kinh nhỉ? Kiểu là nó ngồi nó để lại mình.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Thầy không đi qua đấy được không?
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Xuống là tầng nào? Ơ. Mấy trò điều khiển con này đã khó rồi.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
You got to make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Đây. Ôi. Mẹ nó chứ. Game điều khiển nó đã khó rồi. Sao thằng kia lên được đây nhỉ? Sao cái thằng sát nhân lên được đây cũng tại chữ E này đúng không?
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers. Place he calls home. End of the line.
Nơi hắn gọi là nhà. Understand. Nơi hắn gọi là nhà. Kìa, gì đấy? Gì mà speedrun thế? Mệt mỏi, đầu mờ nữa chứ. Tôi ghét nhất mấy cái trường đoạn này. Chưa cho địch thần này bắt chạy à? Đây, đây. Tiền sư đó chứ.
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on him.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
Ông đến nó hỏi nó mình coi thường cái linh vẫn một đơn môn được nhặt kia lại cho được đầu đóng đinh chạy máu. Đóng đinh đóng đinh nhận cầu đó. Chỉ làm hành động thập giá để cho cái ngón tay xám xịt kia không thể cộng được khó thường. Ôi, cái giống kinh thánh rồi đấy. Vậy thì tôi biết nó nằm ở đâu rồi đấy. Nó là cái nhà thờ Chúa Jesus, Chúa Giêsu nhé. Thờ Christ, nhà thờ Chris Brown. Đấy, hiện thực bị đóng đinh như này. Mẹ rồi. Lại đi ông ơi. Mệt lắm rồi, không lại.
Can you drive to this one?
Quả nó bố vào lòng hoàng. Có xe rẽ vào từ phòng cảnh sát. Tối thế. Em hay đấy chứ.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
Listen.
Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
You can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house.
LAPD, give yourself up.
Tối thế. Cái đéo gì đấy? What the fuck?
Wait, jeez.
Tối thế nhỉ? Đợi tí tôi tăng sáng lên, tối quá. Chẳng nhìn thấy cái gì.
If we could bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
You heard him, Cole. He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive?
Không có bằng chứng gì ở đây. Không cần.
We're going down there.
Let's listen.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, Detective. Why the police? You're obviously overwhelmed.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force. This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Does it attract you? Have you felt it? Understood the power?
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable?
Đâu nhỉ? Đi nhanh thế.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Đó này. Chạy qua chạy lại.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
You finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him.
Tổng thống à?
The city owes you both. But there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we'll have to play it.
That's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boards of Ad Vice when my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
Đấy, mẹ kết vụ án đéo người được. Nghe thối nhở, cái kiểu mà vì nó là kiểu quan chức của quan chức chính phủ á, tự nhiên kết vụ án đéo là người được. Cái là trong game này, ở ngoài đời thì người ta vẫn không tìm được cái hung thủ của vụ án đúng không? Nhưng ở đây thì ở đây thì người ta cho nó một cái kết là có hung thủ thực sự tìm được, hung thủ đã chết, nhưng mà vì nó là người thân của mẹ quan chức cấp cao thì chắc chỉ có tầm từ mẹ bộ trưởng trở lên, khi là tổng thống, có tầm từ cấp bộ trưởng trở lên, có cỡ tổng thống, tham mưu trưởng, bộ trưởng cấp, chỉ cùng lắm là một là tổng thống, hoặc hai là dưới tổng thống, phó tổng thống, hoặc là cấp bộ trưởng thôi, không thể nào thấp hơn được. Không, vụ án Thược Dược Đen vẫn để ngỏ, nó có chút hư cấu nhưng mà nó vẫn sẽ sử dụng tình tiết, nó sẽ hợp lý hóa cái tình tiết ở ngoài đời. Vụ án này vẫn để ngỏ, không có ai là hung thủ và không biết ai, trừ một vài người. Cái kết này với tôi thì thì đúng là nó sẽ sát với thực tế nhất có thể rồi, vẫn đéo thể ngửi được. Nhưng mà đấy là cuộc sống mà anh em, cuộc sống mà không thể có những thứ mà mình không thể kiểm soát được hoàn toàn. Ok, vậy là mình đã kết thúc của ban án mạng rồi, để chuyển sang về trật tự xã hội đúng không?
Breathe out, kid. You'll go purple. I'm scared, Sarge. Everybody's scared, kid. Anyone who says he isn't is a damn liar.
How many times have you been in combat, Sarge?
I was with Raider Battalion on Peleliu my first time.
Was it bad?
It's always bad.
Will this be bad?
As bad as it gets, kid. But you stick by the Marine next to you, and he will stick by you.
So, some of the guys, they aren't very friendly, Sarge.
They've lost a lot of their friends in the last couple of days, kid. They think if they don't get to know you, that they won't have to grieve for you if you get killed. They're wrong. It doesn't work that way. Don't worry. No Marine in this company will let you down.
chơi thì chấp nhận thôi. Ok, vậy là tập tiếp hôm nay của series L.A Noire đến đây thôi nha mọi người. Tôi sẽ tiếp tục chơi cho đến khi kết thúc cái series này. Cảm ơn mọi người đã theo dõi. Bye bye.